Hey, what's going on YouTube? Here I am just doing a quick video on just some of the stuff I bring camping almost every time I go camping. Now, this isn't including the stuff that I have in my truck 24/7. I'll do a separate video on that. I guess you also kind of bring that camping. But this is just the stuff I have in bins that I'll go ahead and just bring every trip. Let's get into it. All right, let's start with our camping kitchen bin. Now, when we go camping, we don't do really extravagant meals. We try to just keep it really simple and fast and easy. Just kind of how we like to camp. What we would like to start out with in the bin is paper towels. Might need to up our paper towel game, but you know, we start with paper towels. And then going with paper towels is this Expedition Essentials paper towel magnet holder that we just stick to our swing out, and it holds our paper towels, and you can just roll it and, you know, access paper towels however you like. Then we have the front runner kitchen thing. You know, you just pop the straps, open her up, unroll it, and then boom, there you go. Got forks, spoons, cutting board, knives, everything you need for kitchen stuff. Honestly, it's my favorite kit I've seen so far for an affordable price. Nothing, you know, outlandishly crazy expensive. That is my favorite kit so far with that. All right, next item we have is this GSI nonstick pan that kind of just folds out like that. GSI. I know nonstick's absolutely horrible for you, but for camping, I do not want to deal with stainless steel and trying to clean that in the middle of the woods. It's kind of nice. The handle just folds down like this, and it's really easy to pack. Now, next we got is a clear Pelican M50 case that I actually won at the giveaway at Overland Expo. Thank you, Pelican. But it kind of just has our spices, two different spice things, and then our kitchen towels and just some kitchen cleaning stuff. You know, it keeps it, you know, not getting, you know, when it's humid out camping or whatnot, keeps the spices nice and fresh in this case because it's, you know, watertight. Now, one of the next items that we have is this cheap Chinese toast thing for a campfire. Kind of just dangle it above the campfire with your bread on there and makes toast for you. We actually haven't used it yet, but we are planning on soon. Now, we also carry paper plates. We just, you know, after we're done with them, we just throw them away into our trasharoo and call it a day. But we try to limit as many dishes as we can do because dishes aren't fun camping. Next, we have the Dometic water faucet thing. We kind of just put our water thing in our gas, where our gas cans are. Dometic thing off, and it just spits water out. This is probably one of the best ease of use camp things we have bought. Here in this little baggie, we have just some kitchen cleaning stuff. Nothing too crazy, just to scrape dishes, and we keep it in a bag so it doesn't grow mold. Now on this one, we have a good old Hydro Flask coffee mug for my lady. And then in this baggie, we just have an assortment of soaps and stuff for also cleaning. And it's also, we got it at REI on a big discount, but it's a 18-in-1 soap. Hemp-based, I guess. I don't know. I haven't really tried it on myself, but we clean stuff with it. And then here we have an AeroPress for coffee. Kind of self-explanatory. I think everyone kind of knows what these are. If you don't, look it up, or I could do a separate video on it. Just let me know in the comments. And then here we got, you know, Starbucks coffee for the AeroPress. And then back here we have a spare propane thing. I normally have a 5-gallon propane thing mounted in my spare tire, but this is just spare, just in case for some reason I forget to fill it and we run out. It's always good to have spare. Then we have some trash bags. Pretty self-explanatory. Now, for the meat and potatoes of the old thing, so we have the Jetboil Genesis 2, I think. Well, it's the 2-burner thing. And I actually love this stove. It is one of the best camping stoves I've ever used. Really small, compact. Highly recommend getting it. It is expensive, but it is worth it. I could do a separate video on this totally, but it is 100% worth it. All right, so that was kind of it for the kitchen stuff. Like I said, nothing too crazy. We like to keep it really simple and cook simple meals. Now we're off to kind of our sleeping bin. And the first thing is this Luno pillow. My girlfriend actually loves this Luno pillow. It's hers. It is pretty comfy. So we use that. We don't keep it in our tent because it doesn't really fit in the iCamper. Next is my pillow, the Hess pillow that folds down in this nice, like, kind of rugged, weathery, you know, case. I really love this pillow. Hess has some really comfortable stuff. Make something for the iCamper. I would really like that, you know. But the Hess pillow, I really enjoy. And then next, doesn't involve sleeping, but we just threw it in here, is our dog bowls, water, and food. They're kind of dirty. I need to clean them. We just got back from camping. But yeah, we got these at TJ Maxx, and they're literally the knockoff Yeti ones, and they're really nice. And then we have this thing. It's a big dog bed because I have a really big dog. It kind of just folds down into this little package. I don't know the brand or anything, probably just off Amazon, but we enjoy it. And then here we kind of have this cardboard box, and the side of it's a big bug zapper for summer camping. Kind of always want those, so they go here and not to you. Highly recommend having one of these. And then next, we have a couple umbrellas. Always pack umbrellas. A couple years at Overland Expo, it rained for like, I don't know, 5 hours or something, pouring. And we didn't have umbrellas, so we went and bought them right when we got back to the truck. So always have umbrellas. And one of the next items we have is this Lucy solar string lights. We use that kind of wrap around the truck when we're staying multiple nights. It's kind of nice, gives a good vibe off. We have a big old package of super warmers. You kind of always want those, you know, self-explanatory. Here we have the rechargeable kick-ass fan / light. Put that on top of the tent, turn it on, fan blowing on your face when it's a little warm out. It's pretty nice. And then it's also a light, and you know, it's rechargeable. Here we have the inflator for our air mattress in our tent. Obviously you need that, self-explanatory. And then we also have this. We haven't used it yet, but we have it just in case. Is a, you know, gravity life straw water filter. So in case we're out anywhere and we have a big dog and 2 people, if we run out of water, we can always, you know, go get nice clean water from any source of water around us, you know. All right, this bin is kind of just our camping random stuff, just random stuff we bring, you know, throughout camping. First item we have is this Amazon special fold out toilet. I highly recommend it. I love it. Works out, just folds out. You take it out, dig a hole, and do your business. I actually really like it. And then when you're camping in really cool areas, sometimes you get a seat with a view, if you know what I mean. Next, we have this little fold out Nemo chair, or table, I should say. It's really nice. It is expensive, but it is nice for when you know you're around camp and you just want a little side table. It is tiny, but it's folds down really small and it is durable, so I recommend it. Here I have a first aid kit. It's dog and human. We got, you know, like for sale at REI. They were getting rid of these, so we bought one, and it's nice. We haven't had to use it, thank God, but you never know. Then here we have a little like handheld fan with a platform. This is, I think, for my girlfriend when she's like sitting or whatever. I don't know. Fans are nice, especially when it's hot. Now this one I like to bring everywhere. It's a good BB gun. You go set a can out in a bush or on a stick, and you just sit there all day and shoot it. That is a good camping trip. And then here we have, you know, a basic, you know, hammock. You know, you kind of always need a hammock when you go camping, especially in northern Arizona where it's pine trees. You can always set it up, you know. And then here, this is kind of a interesting one, but it fits, so we put it in. There's a bocce ball set. Now, if you never played bocce ball, it's a good camping game, and, you know, it kills like an hour, and you have fun with some friends. And then here we kind of just have the REI branded towels. We have a whole bunch of these. I'm only showing you one because no need for me to show you. But we have a dog that drools a lot, and you know, when you take a shower or whatnot, you kind of want a towel, or if it's raining. Then here we actually have a moon awning. Since I took the awning off my truck, Moon was actually nice enough to send this out, and I took some pictures of it on my truck, and I don't know, they use it however they please, you know. But yeah, it just goes to the back, especially if I guess it's rainy or really hot out, you know, if we have no shade. We pop this up, and it's really nice. We really enjoy it, actually. Now, this is the Dometic water jug. I believe it holds like 5-10 gallons. I'm not exactly sure, but it's definitely somewhere in that range. Anyway, I just put this where one of my gas cans normally goes on my swing out, and then like I said, the water faucet connects to the metal because it's magnetic, and I just run a tube into this, call it a day, and you have like really good water. It's honestly the best camping system for a sink I have seen. Next, I take the Devos Light Ranger. This is really nice, especially when you want to cook and it's night, or you show up to camp and it's night and you want to set up camp. You just pop it up and it lights up. It's really well, I mean, I think everyone kind of knows what these are, so I won't really show you too much, but I take one of these for sure. And now I take the REI branded camp table. It was really affordable. I don't even know if they make this anymore, but I believe this is like 60 bucks for like a full-size table. And it folds down to this little package. I really like it because, you know, sometimes the tailgate's not enough, and sometimes you want to play games or have multiple people eat with you. So it's really nice. You just pop this out and build it together. You build it in like 2 minutes, and I highly recommend it. Now up next on the chopping block is my Dometic CFX. I believe it's 75 quart dual zone fridge. You know, 2 different lids, open it up. One, you can have a freezer, and one a normal fridge. We just run one drink, like we just run drinks in this side and the food in that side, and just keep it the same temperature. I don't really think you need a freezer camping unless you really want ice cream or something, but yeah, anyway, we bring this fridge. Now, I do bring 1 or 2 of these EcoFlow batteries that are like 500 watt hours, and then I bring this big bad boy to power the fridge and internet, among other things, for multi-day trips. Then I just connect the big boy to my EcoFlow alternator generator. And I keep one of those as a backup because I have room for it, and then one goes in the tent to charge phones and headlamps and stuff while we're camping. All right, guys, that kind of does it. You might be wondering, like, where's your camp chairs and stuff like that? I keep a lot of stuff that I use camping also in my truck, so my camp chairs and just among other things like that inside the truck. I'll do a what's in my truck video soon so you can kind of see that and how I organize it all and stuff like that. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, comment below and just let me know. Thank you. Have a good day.